Does anyone recognise that?
So what are your initial thoughts on that, or do you have any?
It's quite a big.
Yes.
And it's quite like, I don't know, it seemed like the start was going to be like, you know those holiday programs where it's looking at, like, trying to tell you about a place, like Greece or something, like the route of where it's looking.
Yeah, the aerial shot.
I know it's not Paris, it's not.
Yeah, we got confused actually about where they were actually on about.
I don't think the plot's very clear.
No, I don't think there was supposed to be a plot with it.
It's quite ambiguous, isn't it?
But maybe that's
It's
part
more,
of the
yeah.
whole indie thing. This
It's maybe quite artistic, the way the shots sort of fit together.
Yeah, that's
It does like a lot of feet shots and the girl shots. It's quite
Yeah, so basically when us lot watched it, we got from it that it was quite heavily glamorised and stuff. So we wanted to almost replicate that, but yeah, put
It
our
has
own.
quirking and stuff as well, like randomly with the feet, like it tries to like add like randomness to it to make it interesting.
Just a second. Sorry.
Is it filmed?
Yeah. So,
No.
say something?
Yeah, so it was very heavily glamorised and stuff, and we wanted to replicate that, but put our own spin on it. So we looked to the time of like 1930s, where America and that were in a depression because of their Wall Street crash, and there was a production company called MGM. I think all you guys should know with the big line on it that produced most of the James Bond movies. It wanted to show the glamour, the little glamour that was still left in that time, by heavily pushing on it, kind of a rags to riches story. So we wanted to almost take that idea and try to put it into what the song was trying to show. So our main plot is that our story is going to begin with two men who are standing side by side, and we make it very clear from the start that they're not from modern times. We're going to start it off in a modern kind of situation, then try to reverse it back to 1930s, essentially. And we come across these two women who quite clearly like love interests to these two men, and basically throughout the song they are trying to show the women the benefits of staying in the Bay, which we have put in the 1930s. So basically what they do is they turn these two women into a typical 1930s women and try to show them what's good about the Bay. But with one of the couples, it works out better than what it would be with another couple. So basically, the first couple are taken to all these glamorous locations, which we're thinking about doing in London. And the man's very upbeat, trying to show her benefits and stuff, just trying to basically win her over a lot by showing her these glamorous locations. And as he wears her down, wins her over, she accepts the fact that she would have a better life staying in this time frame. But then we cross over to the second couple, like halfway through the song. Same kind of premise, that the man is going to be trying to win her over with all these glamorous locations, these glamorous jewellery, glamorous kind of fashion sense and stuff. But it becomes apparent that it's too much of a shock for her, the transition, because it's quite a wide time frame. And she basically doesn't want to stay there anymore, and asks him to take her back to her own time period. We're going to relate that to part of the song where it says, "If you want to go, I can take you back one day." That is basically it. We're thinking of using we're going to focus on our language, basically. Thinking of using sign language and subtitles throughout the song. But that is basically our idea. So if there's anything unclear, I can go over it if you want me to.
you see all these glamorous places.
Yeah.
Do you know where these glamorous places might be? 'Cause that
Initially-
means you're gonna have to travel to a lot of different places.
Yeah.
Did you mention the bay, or like,
Yeah,
did you have like a beach? Because
No.
in England, there's not.
Yeah, the bay. The bay. What we got from the song was that the bay is. They don't really explain what the bay is, so the bay could be anything. So
Well,
Name
a
of the
bay
place.
is like something on. Yeah.
yeah, but
maybe the
But
bay
it's,
could be
the
like a name
bay
of
is
the
meant to
place.
symbolise that sort of glamorous time frame. That it's
The
like
bay-
the bay you associate, you can go there the way, and the initial video you just showed, it's sort of a holiday location, but it's meant to be somewhere you'd go to be sort of free and away, and it's meant to symbolise a different place.
yeah, we're trying to not take it as.
Not
We're not trying to
literally.
be really direct with what it means, but the bay itself is just supposed to be this time frame that these two men are from, and it signifies something of glamour. It's supposed to not signify what was actually happening at the time, just
I
What-
think it's a good idea, but it's quite complicated. Like you've got to get a lot of information about it being a different time frame, like them communicating with each other
definitely.
throughout the song being played. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
So like, you've got to communicate that for one couple it's working out, and then for the other couple it's not, kind of. And
Yeah.
also the fact that they're in a different time frame.
yeah, definitely.
Maybe might
We're gonna
change, like,
tackle-
black and white. in
Yeah,
different
yeah, no,
time
we're going to
frame.
tackle that with a lot of black and white shots and our costume design. We're going to make sure that you can obviously see that it's not a fashion trend that's happening right now.
And how they move on the time frame as well might be something you might have to think about, like how they go from. Do they just like do you just like change it like instantly? To the
Yeah,
other
actually,
one?
we were
Or,
thinking
like,
that the men could just literally snap them out of
okay.
2011, 2012 into 1930, and that's where the shot comes from for the second couple.
So the thing is, have you got? Sorry, I keep talking.
So is it kind of like a 1930s like men in a 2011 society, or
Yeah.
is it? So it's based in 2011, just with them having.
No, it's based
1930s
at the beginning.
style.
At the beginning, it's based in 2011.
Okay.
But what we're trying to do is trying to make it clear to the audience that they've actually moved back in time, in a sense. That
How will you do that?
just with basically using our costume design and making sure we don't get anything modern into our shots, because there are quite a few locations in London which you get quite an old vibe from, like like Trafalgar Square or in front of the Natural History Museum, in fact.
What does that relate to within like the song itself? Like, where did you pick that idea from the lyrics? Or?
The lyrics, if you look through the lyrics, you can't really get much out of it.
Okay.
So I think it gave us a bit of movement to be as ambiguous as we want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as to it being relating, we basically took an idea and tried to relate it as much as we could to what the song was trying to portray.
There's
If
quite
that
a
makes
lot of
sense.
movement for interpretation, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we use that.